Hello, hello, hello. I am back. I am sorry for the interruption, but God said get on back. So again, obedience is better than sacrifice. Do I feel like getting back on here? No. But will I do it in obedience? Yes. And that's another thing that God is telling us to do is to do it at his time, the way he told us to do it at the time that he told us to do it. Period. We can't wait. We can't put it off. We can't hold. We can't question. None of that. Just like we don't want our kids questioning us. You don't question me. And that's what God said. You don't question him. Period. Understand the assignment. Period. We can't question him. We can't question nothing that is going on. It's going to look the opposite of what we think. Trust and believe me, I am dealing with this right now. And I'm like, okay, now I know he told me this, but why is this happening? But I understand the assignment. That's the whole point in understanding the assignment. Understanding that obedience is better than sacrifice. Breaking down that obedience, meaning obedience better than sacrifice, meaning that you will not change up nothing that God told you to do to sacrifice to do what somebody else told you to do, the way they told you to do it. God says none of that. None of that. Keep that same energy that you have for that job for God. You do it whatever they tell you to do it, the way they tell you to. No, they told me to do it like this. I got to do it. Okay, and that's what God is saying. He told you to do it. That's the way you need to do it. Why you can't give him that respect? Why? Why are you putting more trust in man? What are we teaching these people, his people, to put more trust in the government and everything else other than him? We can't do that. We cannot. We telling them to have faith, but they watching us have putting it faith in other stuff, a job and all this other stuff. It's not making no sense. Well, honey, I tried to do a business and honey, they didn't want. Well, maybe I understand that business ain't for everybody. So I'm not trying to tell everybody, but I'm trying to help everybody find their gifts that God has given them to use. But other than that, all the other stuff is between you and God. I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm not talking down about anyone. I'm understanding the assignment. I understand what I'm supposed to do. I understand when I'm supposed to do it, the way he tells me to do it. I can't change it up. Trust and believe me, we can learn from some of these supposedly stories and grow from it. Because Saul thought he was doing God a favor and he tried to keep some. That's the problem. We can't have that mentality. And he was like, what am I hearing in the background? You didn't do what I said the way I said. I said, kill all of them. You didn't do that. You changed it up and did it your way. No, God said you don't change up nothing that he done told you to do. That's just like our kids. You clean up the kitchen the way I told you to. You ain't changing up nothing I told you to do. Period. You gonna do it the way I told you to do it. Period. Well, where they do this at? We don't accept it, but we expect God to, because God love. But don't you love your children? Don't you love your kids? But you expect them to do it the way you told them to do it. Period. You're going to respect me. Okay, you're going to respect God. Honor thy father. Respect God. Put some respect on his name. Put some respect on my name. How you going to get respect and you ain't giving God respect? Where they do that at? Where are they doing this at? God said put some respect on his name. Period. When y'all see the blessing that God has blessed me with, trust and believe me, it was nothing but I didn't even know when it was going to come, how it was going to come, or nothing. Pop. Just like they didn't know when they were going to be delivered. But anytime that it starts getting harder and more attacks are coming, that means your blessing is on the way. Trust and believe me, I get attacked. I'm telling you. I'm sure that some of the stuff that y'all going through, I done been there, done that. Been through all of that. You just don't know. You don't know my story. That's why he said, do not judge. Or ye too will be judged in the same way in which you judged. Who are you to judge? If any man say that they have never sinned, the truth does not lie in them. Nobody's perfect. I'm not telling y'all to be perfect. God uses our imperfections and the things that we mess up on as a teachable moment to teach us, to grow us to that next level that he's still bringing us to if we are obedient. I'm going to make sure I tell y'all obedient to him. Don't change up nothing that he told you to do for nobody. I don't care if it was your pastor or nobody. God gave you that vision. He said, allow him, God, to direct your path. Just because they can't see it don't mean that that's not what God told you to do. Don't change it up for nobody. Period. You need to stand like me, Shadrach, and Abednego. No matter what comes your way, do whatever you got to do. They stood firm on God. Well, I know God gonna get me through it. Period. They went through the fire and everything, and they still stood and didn't get burned or nothing because they understood the assignment. They understood that they are supposed to put all their trust in God, not man, but God. Our problem is that we put in trust in man and everybody else but God. And then we wondering why, oh, this and oh, got to pay this for this and this and this. No, understand the assignment. Quit changing up what God told you to do. Quit doing all this. Well, I got to pay these. I have bills and kids. And it's nothing but me and God. No man, no nothing but me and God at this moment. Now, I know he's about to bless me, but it's in due time. But right now, I'm enjoying my time with God. Period. And when my man comes, if you're not with God, you're not with me. Period. Because I'm going to continue my relationship with God. So anybody that's leading you astray from God, unequally yoked. Period. You can't praise God. You can't do this. Oh, well, he don't want, and I'm not going to judge. Well, you're not judging him. But you're just not for me. He can be good, but he's not good for you. Period. Understand the assignment. Understand where God is taking you. Understand there's people that can't go with you. Period. I had to understand that. The main people that we want to take with us ain't going with us. Period. Period. I had to learn that the hard way. It hurt my heart. But God, he uncovered the mask, took the mask off of them, and then boom. And when I say that hurt, because when I love somebody, I truly love, and you can't cut off the love, but you have to just move accordingly. Move accordingly. It's like, man, I never expected you to do this, but I must move accordingly. I must understand the assignment. And that's all God is saying. When you understand the assignment, you don't sacrifice nothing. You don't sacrifice what he do. You don't change it up, manipulate it, nothing. You tell his word the way he said. Period. You have to be obedient for all these things to him, not to man, not to this world. We are not to do the things of this world. So what the world is saying is right is not right. He's saying they saying right is wrong and wrong is right. No, we're not supposed to do that. Well, he said we could judge righteous. We can. What's right in the Lord. Not just what we want to, well, honey, she need to be. No, you need to be worried about you and what you need to be doing. That's what God is saying for you. You need to be worried about what he told you to do. Quit worrying about what she need to do. He said, quit looking at the speck in somebody else's eye and look at the big plank in your own eyes. You can't even see what you're doing wrong because you're too busy judging others. That's not of God. Where is that at? But there's so many of these people in the church that are leading these people astray, making people leave the church and making them think that it's God. No, they are not treating you according to God and what God told them to do. God never told them to judge you like that. God never told them to do none of that. Now we are supposed to tell you what is right in the Lord, but we're supposed to do it in love. We're not supposed to break you even more than what you are. We can't act higher than what we are. Period. He had to deliver me from a lot of things. And I'm still in the process. And I will still be in the process because I want to continue to grow. I don't want to think that I'm just so wild. No. That's why I say I'm going to continue my relationship with my father. Ain't nothing breaking this relationship, this bond, nothing. Absolutely nothing, period. I love him so much and I don't care. I'm not ashamed. When I was in business, everybody was like, well, you know, you really can't talk about religion. God is not religion. Get that right. That's my father. Get it right. Get it right. You don't understand it. That's because we don't serve the same father. Your father is not my father, like Jesus told him. You can't understand what I'm saying and I'm speaking truth, then we're not serving the same father. I'm sorry. And when we say serving the same father, and when God is saying you did not work for him, you saying that didn't I prophesy in your name? No, you prophet lie. You prophet lie to my people to take their money. We're talking about Malachi in the book of Malachi. Will a man mar God? He's talking about the preachers and stuff.
Did you get your drinks already?
Yes,
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He's talking about the preachers. Will a man rob God? Everybody want to say, oh, Jesus did get angry. Y'all saying that he all perfect. He got angry too. Yes, when they was doing all this stuff that is not of God in his father's house. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Period. I don't care what nobody. That's unacceptable. And God said we could be angry, but sin not. So he flipped over tables, but he didn't flip you over. So don't worry about that. Quit judging and know the word. When you start doing the word, you'll start understanding the assignment. You will start understanding that I have to do my father's will the way my father told me to do it. Period. There will be none of nothing else. Well, I got to be me and do me. You don't know you. How can you know you when you don't know your father? You don't know your own identity because you refuse to know your father. That's the brokenness of the reality of today. You don't know who you are because you refuse to know your father based off of somebody else's brokenness. Your mother, your father, whoever brokenness that has broke you and they've been broken from that relationship. Now they passing that down on you. No, tell them I can't carry that. I have to understand my assignment. In order for me to understand my assignment, I have to be about my father's business. Period. I have to honor it says honor actually our father and thy mother. So it puts the father first. I'm not teaching my kids to dishonor their father. And we're not together. So I'm not saying it like, oh, she must be with her. No, I'm not even with them. But we get along for the children because it's about the children. Period. Understand the assignment. Understand obedience is better than sacrifice. Quit sacrificing and doing all this extra stuff to get what you want and all that stuff when God said he's gonna give it to you if you be obedient, but you keep trying to do it your way. That's your problem. Quit blaming everybody else for you. God said quit blaming everybody else, quit blaming him for you being disobedient. Obedience and all these things will be added unto you. If you're disobedient, this will be taken from you. Period. Quit blaming the devil. Quit blaming everybody but you. It's you. Only you can stop you. Only you. You. Nobody can stop you. Nobody could stop Joseph. Nobody could stop David. Nobody could stop Jeremiah. Nobody could stop what God has preordained for your life. Period. But you. So when you start looking at you, then you will understand the assignment. When you build a relationship for you and God, then you will understand the assignment because God will direct your path. And then you will start doing it the way God told you to do it. You can't allow anybody else to dictate and do it their way. It's either Yahweh or you can hit the highway. Period. I'm not here to lie to you because I do care about you. If I didn't care, I'd be like, do whatever you want to do. Yeah, keep doing that. Yep. Because no, that's people that don't want to see you succeed. That's people that don't want to see you grow. That's people that want you to stay stagnant. Oh yeah, girl, you doing all right, and you know I'm out here acting the fool. No, you need to tell these people they out here acting the fool. In love. God is sick of it. I am here to tell you, he is sick of it. I had to do a lifestyle change. You can be the prettiest person in the world and have a funky, nasty attitude. I had one, honey. So I'm here to tell you guys, not that I'm judging y'all, because that's not going to help y'all at all. Me telling y'all what to do and I'm not doing it or acting like I'm better than you guys. No, I'm learning. That's why I be trying to watch my videos too. So I can get the revelation in the message too. Because while he's talking through me, I have to, get the message too. I can't really hear what he's saying until I'm able to listen to it too. So right now he's talking. So he's telling y'all what it is and what it's going to be. Obedience is better than sacrifice. You cannot continue on in your own ways. You have to die to your flesh. You have to. That's the only way that you can be celibate. You're going to still have the feelings. You're still going to have all this stuff. Oh my gosh, is she talking about? Yes, I'm talking about that. Because everybody act like I'm just not a human being or something. No, I'm just telling you what it is so you won't be led astray. You're still going to feel everything that you're going to feel, but you cannot be led by your flesh. Period. Your flesh was designed to want what it wants, but you can't be led by that. I had to learn that, so I'm not talking about nobody. I had to learn it. And yes, I'm talking with my hands because that's the way God made me. I'm very theatrical. But that's me. I have to be me. And see, I know me now. I'm learning me because I learned who my father was. I learned his ways. I learned who I came from. And I must be about my father's business. I'm not ashamed of my father. I'm honored that he calls me his daughter. I'm honored that he trusts me. Because I didn't feel, good enough to say his word. Because I'm thinking there's a process that I have to go through. I have to go through this. And he's like, what are you talking about? That's not according to what I said. We're dead in that. That's not what I told you to do. That's not the way I said. I said I will direct your path. Why are you allowing all these other people to tell you how to say my word? I will tell you how to say my word. Like he told Moses, I'm going to speak through you. I'm the one that gave you that mouth. So how are you going to tell me when I'm the one? I am that I am. What should I tell? I am. Tuck, nothing else. I am that I am. Period. Period. Understand the assignment. He said, period. There's nothing else to be said. Quit questioning God and what God said. And oh my God, I thought God was going to do it. And he is. Be obedient. Understand the assignment. Quit being disobedient. You are not going to get it being disobedient doing it your way. You have to do it his way, Yahweh or the highway. You can go ahead and hit the highway and be stuck on the highway. But you can do it Yahweh and you can be blessed. But you have to be blessed in obedience to him. Not this world and what they told you to do it the way they told you to do it, but his way, Yahweh. So I'm not telling you nothing that I'm not doing. Look at the fruits. When you're looking at the fruits of people, that's how they are living. If they having to be away from their all of this and doing too much, they're doing too much and they're not available or whatever, that's not. Look at the fruits. Look at the fruits. My kids are homeschooled and everything, and God is blessing. Look at the fruits. It's not me. It's not my business. It has nothing to do with nothing but obedience to God and doing it God's way, his way, period. The way he said it. I'm not doing it no other way. And when you do it his way and you are obedient and you're not sacrificing and changing it up and switching it up to your way, he will bless you. And then all these things shall be added unto you. But until you understand that part, it's nothing else to be said. Quit complaining. Do everything without grumbling and complaining. They complain. The Israelites complain. Oh, you should have left us in Egypt. Oh, this and oh, that. Oh, you don't want to go through nothing. You want this big blessing and you think you're just going to. No, he's renewing your mind. Your mind is broke. And he don't want you to have that broke mind in this because you're going to spend up all your money. You ain't going to know how to listen to him and allow him to direct your path. You're going to do it your way. Unacceptable. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. And I hope you have a blessed day. I hope you start to understand the assignment. I hope you start to realize that we're not supposed to change up anything that God has us to do, that we're supposed to do it his way, that every time we change it up, that's when we don't get what he told us we was going to get because we didn't do it his way. You can either clean up your room and then you can go outside, or you're not going outside. I thought you said I could go. Yeah, when you clean up your room. But see, you don't want to clean up your room. You don't want to clean up and do what God told you to do and be obedient, but you want God to bless you. What? We don't do that with her. I don't do that with my kids. You don't do what I said, you're not going to be able to do it. But I thought you said I did say that if you cleaned up. But since you haven't cleaned up, you're not going outside until you do what I said, the way I said it. Well, I did clean up. You didn't clean it up the way I said it. This is not clean. And God said, you didn't clean it up. You halfway in, halfway out. Period. Quit sacrificing your body. Period. This goes for more than relationships. That goes for jobs and every other thing that you are giving your all to other than God. He wants it all. So I love you guys. I hope you understand the assignment. I'm here to help you. If you have any questions, I am available as much as possible. And I love you guys. Have a great day. Let's go beyond this cover and discover what God has for you. Let's dig deep.